I'm here with Mark Nelson of Rio Grande, and we're going to talk about patination. What is that?
Patination is the process of applying a patina. And what a patina is really is what happens to an object over time. You know, if it's a piece of furniture, it's a nick in the wood, it's a rub on the finish. When metal, if it's metal like silver or copper, it's how it reacts to the environment. It takes on a color and a hue and a character, if you will.
There you go.
So when we're doing our piece of work, it's one of the last things that we do. And what I thought I'd do is show you some simple ways to produce some color on copper and bronze.
So basically what we're doing is we're giving it that aged look, but right out of the gate.
Exactly. We're speeding up that natural process.
Okay. And so what are we working with? What materials?
We're going to work with some copper clay that's been fired and some bronze clay that's been fired.
Okay.
Copper and bronze really react well to some of these chemicals. And what we're going to do is try and get this color first.
Okay.
Before you can do any kind of patina or patination, the pieces have to be clean. The more clean they are, the better they're going to take the patina.
Okay.
Okay, so
Is that just water?
that's just water, and then I'm going to take some compound here and actually sprinkle it on and scrub it. And the cleaner you get the metal, the better it's going to take that patina, and the chemicals will react with it.
Wow.
Okay.
So you're basically just prepping it.
Just prepping, right. If you have oil on here from your hands or some dirt, the patinas will not take.
Oh.
Okay. Now this first recipe is really easy to do. All you need to do is take some table salt and sprinkle it on.
Open it up.
Yeah. Sprinkle it on. Fairly light coating. If you go too heavy, it's not going to work as well.
Wow.
And then what I have done is I've poured some household ammonia in one cup and set this on the other.
Oh.
And what I'll do is I'll cap it. You can smell it. It's really pretty bad. Cap it, and the fumes will react with the salt and start turning that blue. Hopefully it'll do that pretty soon here.
And that's the color that we're going to achieve.
That's the blue. Now, you may not always get that color. This really depends on the environment, how fast it dries, and the humidity in the air.
But that's what we're trying to achieve.
That's what we're going to try and achieve.
Okay.
The second one we're going to do is from a pre-made compound. Okay, it's been pre-mixed, and this one has a little bit of ammonia in it too. And what we're going to do is we're going to just dip it in here.
Did you have to dip it in water or anything like that first? No.
Don't have to do it. It's been pre-cleaned. Yeah, it has a
I
little,
could smell that one,
it has
definitely.
a bit of ammonia.
And did you have to make sure before you did that that was cleaned also?
Right. You always want to make sure that the metal's clean. And what you want to do with this one particularly is let it set and dry. And if you heat it up, you actually get more of a green color than a blue.
Okay.
So if you let it slowly dry under room temperature, it turns more blue.
So now how long does that take usually?
It can take a couple of hours to dry.
Okay, so you're just heating it so that you can control what color it eventually gets to.
Right.
Okay.
Now this next one is actually fairly easy. It happens fairly quickly. There again, it's been pre-cleaned, and we can just dunk it in here, and you can see almost instantly how it's starting to turn.
And is this one copper or is this different?
This is the bronze.
That's the bronze, okay.
Now bronze is going to be different than copper. So you're not going to get the same exact results either way.
Okay.
And the more times you do this, the darker it'll be.
And what's different about this compound is that you're going back and forth between the compound and the water, correct?
Right, and that's so I can build it up slowly.
Okay.
If I can go right to black almost on this stuff.
So truly your technique and what your end result is basically depends on which compound you decide to use and which technique you want to use.
Which method you want to use. And also your piece, you know, like on a small bowl over there, I can't dip and set it aside. So I'll actually put that in a container with some sawdust and use that same salt and ammonia recipe and let the sawdust hold the salt. The ammonia reacts with the salt and covers the whole entire piece.
So now, what do you have to do? Is there anything you have to do to finish when it comes out of there to get the patina to come out even more?
To pop more?
Yeah.
All you want to do is you want to strike it or polish it. And it can be as simple as taking like a Scotch-Brite cloth and by rubbing it. This is what would happen naturally if you held the metal, like if it was in your pocket, or if you wore it, you would start rubbing on the high spots and it would pop out and become much more rich. And this is when it really takes on the character. You get a lot of character.
So that's good. So you really can control the level,
to a certain
the degree.
It's certain, I mean,
extent.
definitely experimentation and a flexible attitude. Working with patina is a very, very powerful tool.
Now, I know you brought some examples with you, but before then, let's check on that first one that we did.
It is starting to darken a little bit.
Wow.
You can see around the edge it's starting to darken. Eventually, those crystals will turn blue.
Okay.
And I usually let that sit overnight.
Good tip. Now, let's take a look at some of the other pieces that you brought with us.
One of them is the bronze clay, and I actually used a homemade patina and just applied it at home. I had to do that like 3 times to get it the right way.
Wow.
And then the other bolo, the one with the Legos, there again is made with bronze clay.
Okay.
And I used the salt and ammonia recipe that we just did on that to get the nice blues. And then on the silver, I used good old-fashioned liver sulfur.
That was fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.